Hello. Do people like the title? I think it's a banger. Hello, Sockly Jockly. Welcome once again. Hello, GU. Hello, Mac. Hello, Jason. Hello, Brawlers. You were first. It is a JoJo reference. This entire stream is a JoJo reference. Hello, Agrot. Hello, Tokyo. Hope everyone's doing well on this little Friday. I'm back again. Friday stream. My music's too loud for me. Let me find the stream settings. There we go. Yeah, so back again. I've got more Photoshop stuff to do. People like the last stream, so just gonna keep doing it again. Gonna stream tomorrow as well. Yeah. Back again. Chicken butt. Hell yeah. How do I? There we go. Should update the channel like it's not delayed. Is it not updated? It should be. It is on my end. I've revealed my face a few times at this point, to be honest. But it's not like a super commonly known thing, I suppose. 20-second delay? Sheesh. I don't know how to fix it. Or maybe it's just too low down. No, I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. But I can see your chat pretty quickly. This is Love Bullet. Well, actually, give me a sec, chat. Let me go get the volume. Oh, wait, it's right here. Aha! This is the manga. Because I keep having to say the name. This is the manga. Love Bullet. This is the Japanese volume. I bought the English volume, but I've also got volume 1 and 2 in Japanese. So, there you go. Thank you, MNJ. Appreciate it. What's on the menu this month? Love Bullet, hopefully. Should be done within like a week or two, I reckon. Guys, stop flirting with me in chat. It's too early for this. I don't imagine you're going to do a Chainsaw Man Final Arc and MMV. I am planning to do a Chainsaw Man one. I've got a song for a Chainsaw Man MMV. Despite the ending, despite what people might think of it, I've still got a plan. I mean, like, I kind of planned... I was planning it, you know, like a couple of months, or a few months, leading up to the final chapter releasing. And I thought about it, like, do I still want to use this song? Does this still fit? But I think it does, overall. I am British, yes. So please be kind. Today's been a difficult day. If you know, you know. Yeah, I do personally think it left a lot to be desired. But it's also like, it's Chainsaw Man. I never really saw it having like a, you know, satisfying ending as well. But I do kind of share the sentiment. Will you ever do a Berserk MMV? At some point, probably, yeah. I tweeted about Berserk the other day, actually. About my reading experience. Who here in chat has read a manga while listening to like music that really fits? Like, I don't mean just like generic background music, but like something that really adds to the atmosphere. Because I had that with Berserk. I was listening to Elden Ring soundtracks while reading like the big hardcover Berserk volumes for the first time. That shit was life-changing. It is such an incredible... Like, it's my favorite manga reading experience to this day. It was incredible. And let me start naming these right off the bat. Make my life easier. Read JJK with Elden Ring soundtracks. I feel like even just JJK's soundtrack works quite well. I think I read JJK with I think when I was rereading JJK, it was with JJK soundtracks. Also, let me know if the music ever gets too loud. Because, you know, it is just a YouTube video and I don't fully trust the person who mixed it. Should I do it all as one bunch or... I could. Yeah, I'll do two separate bits. Let me reach out a bit. You think Modulo getting a short film, 20-30 minutes? It's probably just getting like an anime adaptation, like a decade, to be honest. I think it's too long for a short film. I think it like... I haven't like calculated the chapters to episodes, but I think it fits into like a 12 episode anime pretty comfortably. I think. I assume so. Let me turn it down just a little bit. This soundtrack is a lot louder than the last one. Is Cinderella Grey the horse thing? Or am I mixing my stuff up? The thing with Berserk is, like, I want to make a Berserk thing, but I'll be honest, music-wise, I don't have a ton of ideas. And the ideas usually start once I've got music. Because I kind of build from there. I don't just, like, start... Because, like, some people start animating stuff, and then they grab a song, you know, halfway through. I can't do that. I need a song to start with. Because I build the entire, like, visual style around it, you know. But I'll find one eventually for Berserk. Although I need to reread it at this point, because it's been years since I last gave it a proper read. It is the horse thing? Yeah. I forgot to add the FAQ from last stream about if someone asked me what it's like to be the most robbed editor. Hey man, it is what it is. That's all I can really say. There we go. Need a fence edit. I don't think I have anything in particular to add to the fence edits that haven't already been done, you know. I think my thumbnail is like the most I can add. And the title. I will say, the original thumbnail for this stream was so much worse. Like, I plan to make every stream have a stupid thumbnail, but I might have jumped the gun initially with my original plan. But I'll probably still use it next week. There we go. Oops. There we go. The only unfortunate thing about the title is the full thing doesn't show unless you, like, you know, click on it. So I think some people won't get the joke. The fence head is like a breath of fresh air from JoJo memes. Yeah, I think JoJo was really stuck. The thing is, right, people criticize like the JoJo humor a lot, but to be fair, there were like, especially like a few years ago, there were so many. Like people, joke about, oh, it's the same 3 or 4 jokes, but there were quite a lot, and they stuck around and they were pretty influential. But it is nice to have something new, and especially from like an older part, because I feel like normally the newer jokes come from like the newest part that's airing. So it's cool to see a new joke from an older thing. Okay, that's done. Done. So what I need to do for this... Okay, I'll cut the ponytail, then I'll do it. Because of the halftone, right, it makes the redrawing animation part difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all of these dots. Yeah. Because it's just easy if I can add it back later in After Effects instead of trying to do it like this. Be a pain in the ass, but it's fine. It's worth it. I'm glad people like the title. It was a last minute decision, but I regret nothing. I'll call it ponytail, blah blah blah, sure. Nice. It is a lot of dots, but it will not take very long. I've just got to create a whole selection around here and then just minus the selection for this, like the eyes and the details and stuff. So it shouldn't actually take very long. It sounds like more of a pain in the ass than it actually is. I think. I hope. We'll see. I'm curious, how do you keep the halftone consistent when moving? Do you have it on a different layer? Yeah, I tend to... You can either have it on a different layer or you just do it in After Effects. And there are a few ways you can do it in After Effects. You can do it through an effect called CC Ball Action, which is like a weird ball simulation thing. But you can also just add like a PNG of a bunch of dots. There's also, I think, plugin effects, which are better than like the base After Effects one. So yeah, there are a few ways to do it. With Q&A stream, and this is basically a Q&A stream. Even if I'm starting off not looking at chat enough, let me read some chat. Everyone getting TikTok, we're leaving YouTube now. What the impossible? This isn't an original edit. It's a ninjuristic ninja watermark. True! Thank you, Steve. How true is that, by the way? Dude, I can make a whole edit out of that. Or someone's probably already done it. Chat, don't ask how long the thumbnail took me, by the way. It took longer than I'd like to admit, but I'm gonna say it took me 5 minutes. It probably took a little bit longer, though. Will you ever use Enter the Sandman as a song? I could. I love that song. I love that song a lot. I've considered it too. It's just, I don't know, it's one of those songs I've like vaguely considered, but I've never matched it with a series. Also, like the Wherever I May Roam, or whatever it's called, that one as well, is another one I've considered. Like Nomad Vagabond, da 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 da. It's really good. Alright, so I've selected it. Boom. Well, that's not the right one. Boom. Now I just need to unselect the specific details, and then we're good. I am rewatching JoJo Part 3 at the moment. Narcissistic Ninja. Narcissistic Ninja is the greatest misspelling of my name ever. At first I was like so insulted the first time I saw it, and then I found out the person who said it accidentally thought my name was actually Narcissistic Ninja, and now I just think it's like the most hilarious thing ever. Are there ads running on the stream? There shouldn't be, no. I'm unmonetized, so... If there are ads on this stream, it ain't me. Thanks for animating Leopard. I love that manga. Hell yeah. No problemo. Have you watched or read Bleach? I haven't watched it. It's not one I grew up watching. I tried reading the manga like, I want to say a year and a half ago, and I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. And this isn't me saying it's bad. I just want to preface by saying I do not think Bleach is bad. It looks great. But I did read like the first 40 chapters a year and a half ago, and I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't really get into it. I'm gonna try it again at some point. But I did try reading it once, and I just couldn't get into it. I can't remember the circumstances around when I was reading it. I might have just been focused on something else. I can't remember. But yeah, it didn't hook me in. So I'll try it again at some point. Did I just click the wrong thing? I did, didn't I? Wait, what? Did I use the wrong selection? Wait, what? Huh? Okay, let me try it. Huh? I'm stupid. Sorry, nothing. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. Yep, it's fine. What was I saying? Is it more fun to do MMVs of manga with simple art styles? It can be. I think it's often more rewarding if you animate like a really detailed panel. But there is a lot more freedom when it comes to animating manga with simple art styles. JJK, I think, is the biggest example. A big reason why I enjoyed making so much JJK stuff is because the art style and the shading made redrawing a lot simpler. It also allowed just for more just animated movements. Whereas something like MHA, for example, with the amount of detail in the shading and costumes, it made it a pain in the ass to redraw stuff. So... And that's not to say, and that's not me saying JJK's art is worse. It's just, you know, from the manga animation perspective, it's easier. So yeah, so I'd say generally speaking, yeah, it is more fun with simpler art styles. So I gotta keep up with chat, but I always start these streams like struggling to find that balance of reading chat and doing Photoshop. How do you feel about other editors using your clips across other platforms? I wish it credit me more. How are there only 42 people? I don't know, man. There's actually only 32 right now. So 10 people lost interest. But it's fine. I don't mind. Is this Scottish music? I don't know if it's Scottish music. It's Xenoblade 2 music. So when I think Scottish music, I'm gonna be honest, I just hear bagpipes. But that is probably a stereotype. And I need to listen to more. Kilo. Yes, I am reading YouTube chat. Hello, Fifth Moon. How you doing? Good to see you again. It takes me a while to recognize some names, but I do recognize people I've seen a lot. What other manga do you plan to expand onto animate? I've got a long list. I don't even know where to start. A lot. But I don't have any like absolute concrete plans that I'm ready to share. Aside from JJK, obviously. JJK Modulo, Chainsaw Man, Yono of the Dawn. I want to make a Yono of the Dawn MMV as well. I've been meaning to for like the last 2 years, to be honest. But I keep putting it off. You're welcome, Tokyo. A Blue Lock would be cool, but I don't read it, so it's like, you know. And also, to be honest, there's so much out there for Blue Lock in terms of manga edits. I don't think I have anything to add that someone hasn't already kind of done, you know. Nice t-shirt. Thank you. Oh, hello, Aiden. How you doing? Mario Kart. Although my thing's mirrored, so you can't see it. But hell yeah. I think I got it from the Nintendo store, actually. It might have been New York. Is there a series you prefer watching over reading? For sure. Wait, I need to think about it. There's definitely a few. But my mind's kind of gone blank. I'll come back to that question, because it's a good question. Will we do more JJK MMVs? Obviously. That cow has more milk. I'm kidding. Well, it does. But I also just have more ideas. So. Where did you get your name? I got it from a Minecraft survival games server when I was 13 years old. I stole it from an Australian guy who spelled it incorrectly, and it bugged me, so I took it. And now I'm stuck with it. Like a curse. It's not a name I picked with the intention of doing YouTube or gaining any kind of following, it just kind of ended up that way. I think that Australian guy also had a YouTube channel. But, sorry, buddy. Skill issue. There we go. See, look! Boom, dots are gone. Just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Make your watermark 10 times bigger for future animations so you get more recognition. I think my watermark's pretty sufficient. I will say I size the watermark depending on the series. Like for JJK, I like shamelessly make it larger. But for some stuff, I don't even put a watermark because, like for example, with like the Tower Dungeon one, who's gonna steal that? It's Tower Dungeon. And same for this like Love Bullet one. Who's gonna steal a Love Bullet MMV, really? Plus as well, I know like the mangaka's seen it, some of the stuff on Twitter, and I don't want to like slap my watermark on it because it just feels rude, you know. Even though I'm putting tons of work into it. Why are you removing the dots? Because it's easier to animate stuff. Namely, these, because I'm going to animate the eyelids, the mouth as well. Hello, Tatsu. Tatsu, I'm going to make you a mod! Now that you're here. There you go. Hell yeah. I was going to notify the... It's fine. I caught you and made you a mod, so it's fine. That's all I needed you to be here for. Because I forgot last time. Have a good sleep, though. Would you ever make a Tokyo Ghoul animation? Maybe. I haven't read the manga, so I'm not sure. Will I ever make a Noya animation? Maybe. I don't know. Will we ever do Demon Slayer? Probably not. I haven't read it, but I wasn't like a massive fan. I don't dislike Demon Slayer. I think it's pretty great, but I'm not like a big enough fan, I think, to make a manga animation. Whoa. The thing is, the benefit of only pulling 44 people into a live stream with a 400,000 subscriber channel is that the moderation is quite easy. Like, just occasionally someone spams a bit too much in the chat. There we go. That's not even, but you know what's fine. Tatsu is also my Discord mod, so I trust them. The progress is good. I hopefully should be done within a couple of weeks. Hopefully. We'll see. Are there any MMV makers you like? I personally like Nanatsuki, makes great manga animations. Fireblaze, there are a lot of manga animation MMV people I like. Nanatsuki's my number one. In fact, actually, wait, I have a YouTube playlist. I made a YouTube playlist a while back, which is my personal favorite MMVs of all time. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, these. These are my favorites. It's quite a small list because I wanted to keep it like kind of condensed. But yeah, the Natsuki's in there, Yuki, the OG, the JJK, the Bleach, Elinko, my goat, K as well, underrated. Only 166k views on what I would say is the best Dandadan MMV ever made. This is also super underrated. 580 views, by the way. Like, what are we doing? 580 views on this, and it's like top tier. It's criminal. Another Elinko one, Darren. Like, this Sakamoto Days MMV is incredible. Neb's World. Name I can't pronounce off the top of my head. I think it's Kawasin. Yeah, there's some incredible stuff here. So watch these. You can pause the stream here and watch them. They are worth your time. Where's the hair end? Because I need to awkwardly trim it. We should make the hair longer, actually. I can extend it. Up to like here, I reckon. You have a Discord? I have a Patreon Discord. What is this? This is Love Bullets, which I'm currently making an MMV for. My camera's backwards, so it looks like it doesn't say Love Bullet, but this is Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop. Hey, Matthias, nice. You have good taste. How long does it take to make animations like these? 3 to 12 weeks, typically. Depends on the video. But like the 3-week ones are like the short end. How long did the culling game animation take? 5 months. But that's... I was also like incompetent when I was making it, so there's like extra time added to that one, you know? But it did take a very long time. Given my skill set at the time, given the amount of panels I had to cut out, you know, because it's fast-paced. Fast-paced song means a lot of panels. It's a lot you have to cut out. You know, and the Photoshop side of things is often the most time-consuming part, so. The problem with a stream is that I don't think many know you stream. I just kind of assume people see the subscription feed and go, oh, live. I don't know if it's worth making like a community post, you know? Don't want to bother people. It's a very stacked playlist. What am I doing? This, yes. Okay, nice. Now to give her a haircut. Wabam. I'm eyeballing it, but it's fine. Nice. Easy. Perfect head shape. Honestly, that title's what got me in this stream. See, I knew the title was a good idea. The original title was just going to be doing more Photoshop stuff and discussing content ideas, you know, like a generic whatever, but then that meme happened and I was like, you know what's funnier? That. Okay, now, so I've done the hair. Now I can do the facial features. Wait, did I cut out the pony? Oh, pony's out. Yeah, I don't know what to do for live stream thumbnails. And I just thought, you know what, I'll just do this. I'll take the stupid route. Because the actual VODs are getting decent views, by the way. Like, as far as, like, VOD views go, like, the last one got, like, 7k views. Which is pretty good. And, like, the likes are pretty good. By the way, if you're watching the stream, like the stream. Unless you hate me. Unless you have, like, something against me personally. Like this stream right now. And I will high-five the camera. And if you don't, I will delete my channel. You have 5 seconds. No pressure. Goodbye, ProbViz. Even though they said goodbye like 5 minutes ago, because I only just read the chat message. But if you see this, I appreciate you. The Freewind figure is back. In the back. Did you guys know in chat, for those who don't know, because if you don't follow me on Twitter, you probably are less aware, in the Gojo versus Sukuna MMV on YouTube, for one single frame, there is Freewind that exists in that video. Thank you, Tokyo. But yeah, Freewind is in that video. It's funny as well, because I started adding Freewind to the JJK snippets as a joke. And it got a lot of likes at first, but then it started really pissing people off for some reason. Because I think some people thought I was, like, planning to make her an integral part to the final video, and it really angered people. I got a lot of mean comments on Twitter. Which is fun. And they were always in like a different language too. So whenever I translated a reply, I was like, well, this could go one or two ways. It was either in a different language or it was in just really poor English. So it's a fun time. Do I even need to? I don't think I even need to cut out the rest, you know. It's really just a mouth. There's also this stupid thing here. I should cut that out, I guess. Is it when they are spectating? Actually, no, I'll show you. I'm on stream. I can show stuff on my own channel. I know the exact frame that it appears. It is burned into my brain. Look at this, chat. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here it is. There she is! On the left. She's really blurred because I was scared of really annoying people. But she is there. Her faded outline. But she is in the video. I was scared of putting her for more than one frame. Because I was scared it'd be too obvious and then it'd ruin the video. But she is there. On that one frame. Yeah. I'm a bit of a risk taker. What can I say? See, as a fun fact as well, this is exclusive for the stream. I was originally planning to make, for April Fools, I was planning to make a... Because a lot of people asked me after that Gojo vs Sukuna video, they were saying, man, you didn't animate half the fight, could you, like, do it again? I'm like, okay, man, it's like, come on, like, this shit took a while. So as a joke, for April Fools, I was gonna re-release that video with, like, extra animated parts, and then it was just gonna be Gojo versus Sukuna versus Freerun. I was going to fully animate Freerun into it and she was going to kill both of them. But then my laptop died and I lost the entire project file. So maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's just like a sign from a higher power saying, buddy, don't do it. Don't fan the flames. You're going to just piss people off. Yeah, but that was the plan. I was going to do it with Judas as well, because people, like, the most common comments, like, or critiques I get on that video is, like, 1, you didn't animate, like, half the fight, and 2, you didn't use Judas. Lady Gaga was probably crying watching this video, you son of a bitch. So I was going to do that with the extra scenes, with Judas, and with Freerun. And then it was going to turn into, like, a massive collab. I think I was planning for, like, Kabeni and Darby to appear. I was planning for, like, Goku to show up and, like, just blow up the whole city. Like, I had plans, man. And it just all went out the window because my shitty laptop died. And I didn't get a chance to back anything up. So, yeah. Lost media. I thought it was super fun how you used Gojo and Sukuna and made a completely new choreography. Yeah, that was the most fun part of it. Like, the very first shot of, like, the overhead thing for Gojo vs Sukuna was directly inspired by Tekken. Because they often do that between, like, Jin and Kazuya, right? That kind of overhead slow-mo shot where they go to punch each other. I ripped that directly from Tekken. Because there's no panel in the manga in that entire spread of chapters or span of chapters that has the overhead shot. I had to find panels that had like close enough of an overhead angle and then redraw everything else because I was so desperate to get that specific shot. Yeah, because I think I was playing Tekken 8 while I was making that video, so I was like in a very fighting mood, which I think was well timed, to be honest. There's always like a game that goes alongside the MMVs I'm making, you know. With Culling Game, it was Persona 5. With Chainsaw Man Part 2 MMV, it was Persona 4. With this MMV, it's been Resident Evil, which doesn't quite match up, but you know what, it's fine. I will call your name Super Beaver. I haven't heard much Super Beaver, but I didn't think anything they'd make would fit Berserk. Okay, I think this panel's pretty much done, you know. Because I don't really need to move anything out. You know what? Just to give myself options, I'm going to cut out this nose. And I'm going to cut out the eyes and everything as well. It gives me options in Photoshop, you know. It takes 20 extra seconds, so I might as well. Shit, this music goes so hard, man. Did you have a stroke while writing the title of this stream? I almost did, yeah. But it was funny, and I regret nothing. Did you enjoy reading the title of the stream? That's the real question. I hope at least one person who saw the title and thumbnail of the stream had a smile on their face, you know? Because that's what it's all about. Whoops, that was not the right thing to do. Dude, I really want to learn the piano. Holy shit. Someone buy me a piano on stream, please. I need another distraction to stop me from making MMVs. Hello, Kaisarts. Hello, T. Will you do more tutorials? I'd like to, yes. And I'm planning to. There we go. And now... Wabam. Nice. That works. Oh yeah, I need to do another mouth. Because I want to have the mouth start closed. This is how I do closed mouths, by the way. I just draw them. I don't have to be good either. In a separate layer. Wabam. See, she needs to be smiling. Okay, how do I do a smiling face? This is totally too big. That works. If I move it a bit. How about that? That's good. That's good. Oh, honestly, I'm kind of cracked. Cracked and on crack, and that's me, baby. What? Wabam. We're doing Fire Force. This is not Fire Force. This is Love Bullet. White tea ran down your what? You know what? Never mind. Don't answer that. The thing is, right, I learned the drums as an instrument, right? And the drums are great because you can play with anything. You can play to any song, you can play to any melody, but you can't play any melody. You can play to a melody, you can't play a melody. So for like, I've always wanted to play an instrument that can play notes, you know? I'm tormented by it. I say that, I tried to learn saxophone, I didn't give myself enough time. I tried to learn guitar briefly, I'm not motivated enough. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll get like a small shitty keyboard. Have you ever thought about comic animations? I've made one. I made the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow one, and I've made, well that's it so far. But I also want to make an Absolute Batman one. I've got the comic somewhere. Somewhere, I don't know where. Absolute Batman, what else? Absolute Wonder Woman, maybe? I haven't read Absolute Wonder Woman, but I've heard it's good. Has anyone in chat read Absolute Wonder Woman? I've heard it's absolute cinema. I'm not caught up on Absolute Batman, though, but I've read a few chapters. Alright, what next? I'll do this one, this is simple. I've already cut out the head, look. Wow. You shouldn't sigh when it's, oh god. Ninja, my girlfriend's dragging me away from the stream again. It's okay, buddy. It's fine. Have fun. Cherish that relationship. What song is this? I don't remember this in the game. I don't remember this one. Skip. A Ben 10 edit would be fire. I've never considered a Ben 10 edit, but that sounds kind of fire. I used to watch... I watched the Ben 10 live action when I was a child. When that shit came out, that changed my life as a kid. Dude, like the cartoons. Dude, the youth of today are so I feel so bad for the kids of today. Like, look at the TikTok shit they have to watch. They have to watch like these weird cuck fruit videos that for some reason do well on TikTok. Meanwhile, I was watching Danny Phantom, I was watching SpongeBob, I was watching Jimmy Neutron, which was honestly, looking back, maybe similar to those fruit videos in terms of just the uncanniness. You know, I was watching all kinds of cool stuff. But kids today have that stupid fucking thing with a baseball bat that I don't even know the name of. Make a Fruit Love Island edit. I don't think the world's ready for that, and more than that, I'm not ready for that. Oh, whoops. I'm pressing all the wrong keys. There we go. Yeah, like the cartoons when I was a kid. Holy shit. Like, it was a buffet. I was watching Sonic X, I was watching Pokemon, I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh!, I was watching Shaman King, SpongeBob, like, all that Nintendo, not Nintendo, Nickelodeon shit. iCarly? What do you know about iCarly, buddy? Nothing. You just know the jokes about it. I was there when it was happening. And I think as a kid, I don't think guys admitted to watching it, but that shit was heat. Kid vs. Cat as well. God, so many. Yeah, Sonic X was sick when I was a kid. Looking back, apparently it sucks, but you know what? That's fine. I'm gonna be honest, I never watched Hannah Montana. It's not Hannah Montana, it's Hannah Montana. I didn't watch it, but I know that much. That's the one. Tongue to her. I don't know, man. See, that's why I'm trying to make these good MMVs, you know. I'm trying to make MMVs for the youth. Because God knows they've got nothing else to watch. I consider my MMVs charity work. For a greater cause. What a mission. Oh, shit. Whoops. I need to redo both of those layers because I'm an idiot. This is why you check and you don't just assume you're doing things correctly. Because the head layer doesn't include the bow. Luckily, I was so busy talking about Hannah Montana, I can just get all of my progress back in 10 seconds. Okay, see, now you guys are starting to name cartoons I never watched. I remember Kick Buttowski. I remember Shaolin... Is it Shaolin Showdown as well? That was another one. With like I can't remember the specifics now. A lot of it's pretty hazy in my brain. I remember some titles there. Ninja, have you got any OST suggestions to read manga? I'm reading Fire Force and Soul Eater, if that helps. It's difficult, you know. Like, I feel like it's easiest to pick when it's like just the fantasy genre, like high fantasy or dark fantasy, because there's like so many, you know, popular pieces of media. For Soul Eater and Fire Force, I mean, I'd first just look at the official anime soundtracks because they have the benefit of having anime, so you can find stuff there. I think there's a first look. Yeah, it's a bit tricky to recommend for Fire Force, and I haven't really read or watched Soul Eater, so I can't really say for sure on that one. Do you also do AMV too? I've done one half AMV, which was the Kaguya Lovers War video. But outside of that, I haven't really made any AMVs. I watched them a lot as a kid, but I never really made any. Like, I grew up watching like Pokemon AMVs with like Evanescence and stuff, you know, and that one song was like ooh ah, ting tang, walla walla bing bang. That one. For like Batman cartoons for some reason. Dude, those are the days. Kids nowadays are just listening to those most just... They don't know how good we used to have it. With just the same 5 AMV songs being spammed. Those are the days. Have you ever done Blue Locker MMV? I have not, no. Where's this ponytail end? I'm surprised I've even got 36 viewers with this my stream title. When I typed the stream title in, I was like, dude, this is gonna like, I'm gonna have like 10 viewers. Maybe I should start bribing people. Maybe I should just bot my own streams. Thoughts? Here's an idea. How about I bot my stream, but instead of me doing it, someone else does it? That's a joke, by the way. Please don't bot my stream. I do need that. Imagine like the false excitement. Like, oh my god, guys, I've got 200 viewers. Holy shit. Just to later find out, oh, they were all fake. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, follow my Twitch, by the way, in the description. I haven't streamed on there for a bit, but when I want to play Sekiro soon on stream for the first time. That'll be on Twitch. Probably. We'll see. Beyblade probably has a manga. I assume so. I haven't read it though. You'd have 10 billion views. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. I trust you. Hello, Egg Grenade. How you doing? What is it MMV based on? It is based on Love Bullet by INEE. I thought it was pronounced INEE, to be honest, because it's spelt INEE, so I thought it was like INEE. But apparently it's INEE. The more you know. I say apparently, it's according to a Reddit comment. And they may have been lying. So don't take that as like gospel, you know? I heard it from a person who heard it from a person. Whoops. The shape of this ponytail is ruffling my non-existent feathers. There we go. Can you believe I used to wear a onesie on these streams? Fucking hell. All the commitment. Oh, whoops. Photoshop's broken. And it's always just the one thing, too. Oh, we're good. Are we good? Sheesh. For the people that are in this stream and don't know what the stream title's referring to, by the way, this is the... Just for context, this is what it is.
Everyone, get in the car. We're leaving this town now. Ah, what the? Impossible! This isn't the car! No! No! Ah, Hermit! Purple!
It's just everything that's great about JoJo is just in that clip. It's so perfect. Like, unironically, I love that scene. The way it's paced, the way it's voice acted. Like, it must be so fun to be a voice actor in a JoJo series. Like, in both English and Japanese. Like, you get to do the most ridiculous performances and say shit in the most, like, hilarious way, and it works. I missed the onesie? I don't. Sweating buckets in that thing. I originally did it because I thought I need to stick out, like I need to stand out somehow, you know, and leave a lasting impression. So I thought if I wear a onesie, that'll work, right? And I didn't get any extra viewers. In fact, if anything, it lost me viewers. And for what? So I could sweat? That's all I got out of that onesie. Obnoxious amounts of sweat. Like, I would end every stream just like this. Like, contemplating my life decisions. Like, I just wore a onesie for 3 hours straight. While 2 people watched me play Hollow Knight. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Difficult times, man. Whereas now, I'm just comfortably just doing Photoshop stuff. And I happen to be streaming. And we're chilling. Which studio you reckon would be good for Love Bullet? I have no idea. I mean, like, you know, in an ideal scenario, yeah, let's get, you know, KyoAni, but pretty unlikely, you know. But it's got some like exaggerated action scenes, so they could, like, the way they've adapted stuff like, you know, Dragon Maid, for example, they could 100% take the stuff in Love Bullet and turn it into like a whole wham shabam explosion thing, you know. And plus, you know, KyoAni have done Yuri stuff before. So, you know, I think that'd be a good enough fit. But they rarely take on any projects. So. But it's also like a generic answer. Like, yo, so, oh, I want your Photoball, Kyoani, and Mappa. It's like, wow, man, congrats. You named like the 3 most requested anime studios for everything ever. But I don't know. There's too many to choose from nowadays. Do you have any pets? I consider Photoshop my pet. That's weird. No, I don't. I don't have any pets, no. I've never even had a fish or anything. I will say there are swans nearby my house. I live near a river, and I see swans. Not every time I look out the window, but like a certain time of year, every time I look out the window, I see 2 swans. And they are beautiful creatures. And whilst they are not legally my pets, I feel a maternal love towards them. From afar. It's like a parasocial maternal love that could never be. Can you say hi? Cube is peak. Hello. Or hi. How you doing? It does look like a Silksong mask, doesn't it? Did you use After Effects to animate this? I do use After Effects to animate stuff, yes. But first I cut them out in Photoshop. And then I import them into After Effects. The soundtrack makes this process feel so much more intense than it actually is. Like I'm sweating buckets drawing around this this manga panel, man. Thanks for tuning in, Steve. I appreciate it. Having a nice rest of your day. Or night. Or both. I'm glad you think that, Toby. I'm Toby420. Hell yeah. Can I technically call you Unk? What is there like a specific age to call someone Unk? Because I don't know. If it's like a specific age range or if it's just someone who's older than you. Like I don't know what the cutoff is. Gramps is crazy. I'm not even 26. Despite me not knowing my age like a couple of streams ago. I'm only 25. I'm young. Not the River Thames, no. Different river. Much smaller river. Also, I don't think any swans are in the River Thames. Because I think that river's too dirty. I don't think a swan could survive in there. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't go to London enough. Maybe there are a bunch of swans there. But I would bet against that being the case. Alright, let's make the bows red. Whoops, swan flash. There we go. Boom. How do you manage to make After Effects not crash with so many animations? Do you do them scene by scene and then edit the MOV? No, I tend to just do it all in one After Effects project, but when rendering, I render it out in chunks and then stitch that together in Premiere Pro. So. Age is just a decoration. Being an Unk is an acclamation of the soul. That is the coolest way you could have said that. Hell yeah. Honestly, chat, you can call me what you want. Do you always live stream with a webcam? I think every time I've streamed, it has been with a webcam, yes. Pretty sure. But I used to wear a Greninja onesie. But I'm pretty sure every time I've been live, I have had my webcam on. Because the thing is, I say some really sarcastic things sometimes, and I do want people to know I'm joking, and I can't show that through words purely, you know? What the hell? How did I just do that? Okay. Thanks, Photoshop, you dickhead. This soundtrack, man. This soundtrack is so good. I gotta say, look, a tiny lore drop. This soundtrack was the trigger, the sole reason I ended up buying Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on launch day. When I heard this soundtrack in the trailer, I was sold, honestly. Like the part coming up, when I heard that, I was like, yep, I'm in. This game's it's gonna do it for me. This bit. It's so good, man. Want you to know I love your AMVs. I've seen them. I hear want to watch all of your AMVs. Thank you so much, Speech. I appreciate that. When did you start making MMVs? If you go on my channel and go to my oldest video with the oldest MMV, which is the My Villain Academia one, that's when I started making them. Have you thought about streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time? I've thought about it, but I don't know how to do it. And I don't know if that requires like a strong internet or not, you know? Because I imagine you need a decent internet connection, and I'm gonna be honest, lads, we don't have that here. Like, my internet speed test is double digits. It is not cooking. Like, I see people like, oh, my internet's so slow today, it's only 1,000. It's like, what the fuck? That's like a pipe dream for me. Have you Cyberpunk soundtrack is the most peak? Let me see. There's another question up here somewhere. I shall call you Cool MMV Dude because you're the best in the game and at this stuff. Thank you, Toby. I appreciate that. How do you find such niche songs for your edits? I just listen to a lot of stuff. I listen to a variety of stuff. Also, I don't spend any time on TikTok, so none of my inspiration comes from there. Which is probably why. Because I don't think my song choices are particularly niche. I think they just seem niche because so much of it is kind of samey. Because a lot of it's just kind of trending stuff on TikTok. Which isn't, like, you know, bad, per se. But yeah, I don't tend to get my stuff from there, so. Which is, you know, both good in the sense that my stuff, I think, probably sticks out a bit more. But also sometimes bad because half my comments are like, why didn't you use this song? It was the TikTok one. Which is like, dude, please. God forbid someone has their own thoughts. God forbid someone has ideas. I'm asking out of curiosity, do you think you're receiving worthwhile donations for the time you're spending? I'm assuming you're not earning any advertising revenue. Honestly, honest answer, I don't. But, like, it is what it is. You know, I can't. It is what it is. Yeah, I set up a Patreon. I mean, people can't physically donate to this stream because I'm demonetized by YouTube. I got demonetized a couple of months ago, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't. So that like latest super chat thing is going to be there for a while. But no, I spend too much time on these, and I don't get paid through ads. So yeah. A big no on that one. But, regardless, I don't, at the same time, I don't feel like anyone owes me money, you know? For me, in my ideal world, it's like someone with way too much money will magically just drop disgusting amounts on me. Just like that, you know? But I don't feel like anyone, like, at the end of the day, if people watch my videos, if people enjoy my videos, if people give me feedback, you know, they say they like my stuff, they say what they like about it, that's enough. You know, that's more than enough. And that's kind of what's kept me going all this time anyway. So even if I don't feel like I'm getting, you know, as monetarily funded as I'd like to, ideally, it is what it is. I still do it for the love of the game. And like with this stream, you know, I don't stream to get donations because I can't get donations. I stream because I just want to talk to you guys and chat, and I just want to, you know, share the process. So yeah. It's the most robbed person ever and got demonetized. It was a 1-2 punch. It's pretty rough out here at the moment, but it's fine. Bro, your song choices are never bad. Jimmy, you are so real for that. Especially the 1OK Rock for Chainsaw Man. Yeah, honestly, the 1OK Rock Chainsaw Man one was such like a light bulb moment. Like when I listened to that song, it felt like the like opening bit was built for Chainsaw Man. Or the way he like rolled his R, it just fits so well with the chainsaw. What am I doing? Hair. There we go. What am I doing? Yes, 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 yes. Nice. But hopefully I can re-monetize this channel soon. According to YouTube, I can reapply on May 25th, I think. So... do you use any AI to speed up the manga animation process? I do not, no. There are probably ways I could, but like I'd just rather not go down that rabbit hole, you know. The thing is, I complain about generative AI stuff a lot, and if I start using it, then I lose, you know, any integrity. So, I refuse to use it out of principle. Also, imagine how boring these streams would be. It's like, alright, chat, GPT, do it. Cut out my panels. Or however, I don't know how people actually use it, to be honest, so can't even make a decent joke out of it. Do you have a Patreon? I do. It's in the description of this stream, actually. As well as my Twitch. If you became president, what's the first thing you'd do? I would slay my enemies. I'd bring back some, like, medieval... I'd go medieval on their asses. I'd bring back, like, an Iron Maiden. And I'd stuff them right into it. And I'd change the entire, like, president's aesthetic as well. Like, we're dropping the suits. Give me some of that, like, royal gown shit, you know? I want to wear a cape. And then I'd probably, I don't know, think about foreign policy, I guess. Yeah, Jarvis, cut the panel. My mic keeps peaking. Is the audio okay on your guys' end? I hope I'm not, like, bursting your eardrums. I know sometimes I speak a little too loudly, but, yeah. Hell yeah, vote for me, baby! I mean, in the UK, anything's an improvement. Quick question, what MMV is this right now? I don't recognize the character. It is not Chujinex, right, I'm afraid. It is Love Bullet. Which has one English volume and 2 Japanese volumes. It's a really cool manga, though. Do you think using AI for removing background is bad? I mean, it depends, I guess. It depends what's being done specifically. I mean, I don't know what the removing background AI is like. But it's still not something I'd use anyway, because, like, for most of these backgrounds, it's like textured backgrounds and stuff. Some things I want to keep anyway. So yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, I can't, you know, dictate what other people do, you know. But I can dictate what I do. And so I just choose to focus on that first and foremost. But when I'm president, I'm gonna ban that shit. Vote for me, 2028, baby. It is a pretty niche manga. But yeah, like, so I said on the previous stream, it's nice sometimes to, obviously, you know, you make the MMV the popular manga, you get tons of views and stuff. But it is sometimes nice to make something of a niche series, you know? And for like up-and-coming manga editors, I recommend making niche stuff. Because unless you're like the greatest of all time, you're gonna get overshadowed by a bunch of people. If you're trying to make like a JJK edit and to stand out, good luck. Because so many people are doing it. And also, even if you do make something incredible, there's like a 50% chance someone else is going to steal it and then take the credits anyway, and then you're just going to quit out of frustration and then cry yourself to sleep and never open After Effects ever again, or any editing software ever again. Whereas if you make a niche thing, that niche, you know, fan base that have never seen a manga edit in their entire lives will go crazy for you. You know, and you make people really happy. So, yeah. How about that? Exactly. Exactly. I'm promoting manga for free. All this shit for the love of the game. I'm not getting paid. This is not hashtag sponsored. There's no ad. Not in the stream, not on Twitter. I'm just doing it for the love of the game. Before I expire. Nice. See, luckily this panel's quite simple. If I wasn't streaming, I could probably have this one done in like half the time. But I enjoy streaming, so it's fine. Hello, creator of Jane Juliet. That's me. Also, thank you to a couple of Patreon members we got during the stream. Aggro, thank you so much. And James, thanks so much. £2. Holy shit. What the hell are Stormtroopers? Oh! Man, I mean, fuck them. If you don't like it, the door is open and you can leave. You know, Jimmy's actually my nickname as well, for some reason. It doesn't sound anything like my actual name, but I was just given this name. When will this one be released? Hopefully within the next couple of weeks. There is an online contest I'm putting this one into, if it's allowed. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll find out when it's finished and I send it to them. And because of that, there might be a slight embargo, which delays its public release, but it will be on Patreon as soon as it's done. Because like with all of my MMVs, I'm just going to add mode. Like all of my MMVs, you get them at least like a week early on Patreon. Whoa. Which admittedly hasn't happened in 3 months. But when it happens, it's generational stuff. I remember when my Gojo vs Sukuna MMV, I put that in early access on Patreon. And someone fucking leaked it. My Patreon, which is £1 for everything. £1. I put it to the minimum amount. Like, hey guys, you want to see the Gojo Sukuna thing early? A week early? I have a Patreon. And someone leaked it. Because, they're unlisted YouTube videos. So if you have the link, you put it anywhere and they get access to it. And I was like, this early access video has like 2,000 views. I don't have 2,000 members. That's strange. Yeah. I'm not surprised, but it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. And like, even one of the comments was like, wait, is this early access? How the fuck did I get here? So yeah, that was fun. Yeah. It's not easy, man. It's difficult enough to advertise a Patreon with MMV stuff, you know? Like, if it's like a reaction channel, it's like, I've got like a backlog of 60 videos I can like put out every couple of days. You know, or you want to see me caught up on this 300 episode anime we just started watching? Well, check out the Patreon, baby. I got 300 exclusive videos. Whereas I'm like, hey guys, it's been 3 months. Check this out. Here's my 2-minute video after 3 months. Hope you enjoy it. It's difficult, you know, to really advertise it. But I try, you know. And also, like, you know, like, artists can do, like, not safe for work versions of their stuff. And I'm like, hey, guys, every 3 months, an MMV drops. Just saying. Probably not the series you're reading, but hey, What is the worst anime dub you've heard? I don't know. There's. Oh, what's that? Is this a really old one? I think it's from like a mecha anime. Where it's like some like girl drops her handkerchief. No, wait. I think this girl gives her handkerchief to a guy. If someone remembers this, please tell me. This girl gives this handkerchief to a guy, and he like rejects it, like throws it on the floor or something. And then she kind of like does like a weird sounding cry, and then he picks it up and says in her ear, "I'm gonna kill you." And then walks off with this like epic music plays. It's like some old 80s or 90s anime. It's the stupidest shit, and the dub is hilarious. It has like a few moments that really stick out, but that's the one I remember the most. Is there a way to not get demonetized considering you use copyrighted songs? Well, the thing is, I didn't get demonetized because of the copyrighted songs. Like, each video gets demonetized, but that doesn't demonetize your entire channel, you know? Like, I was still able to make money from streams if people donated. But what got me completely demonetized the channel a couple of months ago was YouTube was like, "Hey man, you broke a rule or like a policy thing about child endangerment because of your content." They didn't give me a specific example, they just said your content generally. It's like, what the fuck? They didn't give me a reason. I appealed it, and within literally 2 minutes they said, "No! Denied. Try again in May." It's like, okay, fuck you then. Yeah. Is it Gundam Wing? Let me try to find the clip. It's this. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, he does literally say, "I'll kill you." Oh, it's so good. This is the one. I just hope this is the one. This is the episode 1 ending, by the way. Is this not the greatest thing you've ever seen?
Excuse me, Relena? Here you go. It's an invitation to my birthday.
That's it. It's an invitation.
I hope you'll be able to make it to the party.
What a dickhead.
But why?
I'll kill you.
It's the stupidest shit. Bro, he wiped her tear away, and then she was like, "Oh, I'll kill you." Like, why? Dude, he's so cool.
What kind of person is he?
He's a fucking psychopath. What do you mean, what kind of person is he?
Kill you. I'll kill you.
I just love like the shock on her face, like, what the fuck? Like, he thought she was gonna say something romantic, and he just says, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." Yeah, that, hey man, look, true, it's just his love language. I don't judge. Well, I do, slightly. Yeah, he's sending mixed signals. He's just... Yeah, I don't know, man. Gundam Wing. Yes, there you go. If you want to watch something great, there you go. I haven't watched it. I've seen a couple of scenes from it with, like, awkward dub moments. But yeah, that shit's hilarious, man. Which Cupid is your favourite in Love Bullets? I mean, Wesley, it's difficult to say. I like them all so far. I think it's too early to like really pick a definitive favourite. I'll say Chio, not just because she's on my screen, but because, I don't know, she's a little demon, you know? And I also like that there's clearly another layer to her. There's like a mystery, you know, like how old is she? How far does it go back? Why is she the way she is? What has she seen? And she's, you know, she's cool. She's fun to animate. She's doing kicks and shit. Throwing hands. It's fun. Okay, what hair do I need to do now? Is it just this stupid big hair? It is, yes. I'm not a religious guy, but like I love this kind of like choir music, you know? These like hymns or whatever they're called. Especially in games. Like when I'm in an area in a game, like especially in like an RPG where shit gets religious, I'm like, ooh. Like hell yeah, man. Give me that morally questionable religion arc. Where the religious leader is actually like a super evil person. The classroom of the elite Yana, what's his name? Anabatabala Balala Koji? Ayana Huli Patoji? Whatever his name is. He doesn't have shit on that Gundam Wing guy. I don't even know the guy's name. But what that guy has is true aura. None of that forced stuff. None of that. Nah. He has that mixed signals aura about him. I do see the appeal of something Koji. I don't know his name. Ayana Koji. Anya Koji, that's it. Ayana Koji. I get the appeal, you know. I see a bit of myself in him, you know. Absolute genius. Can throw hands. Has a harem of women. He's just like me, for real. And then I wake up. What am I doing? Hair 3. There we go. I think this should be in front of hair 2, though. Yeah. Yeah. I do need a harem. I have chat. Chat is my harem. In like a not weird way. Like a non-romantic, non-parasocial way. Chat is my harem. Can't stress enough, this is not like a weird parasocial thing. How am I cutting this out? My brain is cooking. But not in like a good cooking kind of way. What am I doing? Am I stupid? Don't answer that. Yeah, whatever. You get the appeal of Hisoka? It means a bit of a weirder one. I mean, I don't personally love Hisoka, so I can't say. That's my secret. My brain is always fried. It's kind of fascinating how you can work while replying to messages. I was supposed to be working at the moment. I got distracted by your stream notification. I apologize, James. I hope I haven't disrupted you too much. But the truth is, the only reason I can do this is because, one, the chat isn't moving too fast because we only have 30 viewers. And two, because this part of the process is largely just kind of cutting out stuff, you know, and like the redrawing is quite simple. Like, I do strategically pick panels that take less brain power, whilst also still trying to pick ones that are interesting enough to where people won't just be like, you're just cutting shit out and that's it. Like, at least for this I have to think, okay, like, what do I need to cut out? The hair, then the hair, then the hair, then the, you know. It's like, you can see the process, and you can see some of the thought process without it being too complex. And also, to be honest, when the stream starts, I always just end up struggling to reply to anything, so. But I'm like Maharaga, you know, I adapt. Like, halfway through the stream, those questions are getting answered. Also, don't forget to like the stream. 100 chatters that really, 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 really love you. Dude, I read that manga before it got an anime adaptation. I was an OG. In fact, chat, this is a ninjaristic ninja lore that you'll never hear anywhere else outside of this stream. Before I started making MMVs, I actually tried making like really shitty, like anime manga kind of commentary type videos. Like think like Scott the Woz, but without a face cam or any live action stuff, and just bad and not funny. That was basically what I tried to do at the start. I even had like a green border and everything. I was creatively bankrupt and a massive loser. It was also the pandemic, so you know, give me a break. And one of the videos I made was on the 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. True story. And this was back when the manga had like 20 chapters or something. So, I think at the time he only had 5 or 6 girlfriends. So, the more you know. Maybe I should lean into that, like, most robbed man title, you know? Like, you know, like, a lot of channels have, like, you know, rapper reacts to this, or musician reacts to this, animator reacts to this, and it's like, what animation work have they done? And they animated a stick figure when they were 10. I'm gonna do most robbed man in history reacts to how to bake a cookie. Most robbed man in history reacts to, you know. Do you see the vision? No, the video, they're lost media. Like, totally lost media. I think I don't even have the backups. I have the thumbnails somewhere. But I don't think I have any of the video files, and they are not even, like, hidden on my channel. They're just deleted. Hi, are you high on any new... I thought you were just going to ask if I was high. Just like... No, man, it's just my normal energy. Are you high on any new gen manga that don't have adaptations yet? I don't know if this counts as new gen, but there's a manga called Make an Exorcist Fall in Love with You, which is really good. That doesn't have an anime adaptation yet, and is pretty underrated in my opinion. Is this one? Like, I'm surprised it doesn't have more attention, considering how good the art is, and how, I mean, like, the action's really cool, the characters are pretty sick as well. Yeah, I'm surprised it doesn't have, like, many members. Like, 5,000 users have scored this so far. And 20,000 kind of members, and that includes, like, Plan to Read as well, so it's crazy to me. Like, Rent a Girlfriend has 5 seasons of an anime, and Make an Exorcist Fall in Love with You can't even get, like, a decent readership in the West. What are we doing? British man reacts. Actually true. Unremarkable white man reacts to K-pop for the first time. I could make that video because I don't watch K-pop, so I could unironically use that title and it would be accurate. I wouldn't be clickbaiting. Unremarkable white man reacts to... I don't know. Well, if I use the British man thing, I can, like, put on an accent and really lead into it. Like, hello, jolly fellows. It is I, British man. And today we are going to be reacting to K-pop. Jolly good. Let's have a look. Oh, by George. That's working. I like the tiny Akari in the corner. Hell yeah, man. I appreciate that, thank you. Dude, I just said, by George, they're twerking and I lost 10 viewers. I wasn't ready for that one. Alright, how much of this panel do I have left? I need to do the eyes, I guess. It should be easy enough. I think I'll cut the hair out first. Like, now that I've cut it out, I can cut it off the head. Make it easier to visualize what I need to do next. Man who only eats beans and white bread for breakfast reacts to K-pop for the first time? True. It's not even like a joke. Okay, it is a joke, I don't do that, but... For lunch, though... Also, as a heads up for everyone in chat, for those who enjoy the streams, we're going to be streaming again tomorrow. I'd like to make Friday and Saturday streams a regular thing for this month, and then we'll see where it goes from there. The plan for tomorrow's stream is actually to rank on stream all of my MMVs. I made a tier list. You want to see my tier list? Check it. I made a tier list for every one of my MMVs I've ever made. Not including ones that are like 15-second edits and below. So I'm going to do this tomorrow. And with chat, with the assistance of chat, we are going to rank this objectively. Yeah, see, but we're not. It has to be spread out, or we're gonna have like a maximum of like 3 or 4 things in S tier. So yeah. See, I asked some people on Patreon to do it as well, because I was curious what they were thinking. And they kept removing the D tier, and I was like, people, the D tier, like, just because something's in D tier, it doesn't necessarily mean you're saying it's dog shit. It just means relative to the tier list, it's at the bottom. But maybe I just need to, like, rename them, you know? Because D tier does sound really harsh in any context. My fans are too kind. See, I'm already seeing a lot of opinions. Bring these to tomorrow's stream. See, I already disagree with people in chat. I don't think we're getting that much in S tier. But it's difficult to judge it, you know, because it's like, how do you weigh, you know, when they were released versus the quality? Because obviously something like more the modern stuff I've made, like, visually looks better than my first stuff. But for the time, my first stuff was pretty good. So how do you, you know, how do you weigh that? Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting rid of all of the hair that I've already cut out. Whoops! How did I even grab, like, the top of the window? That's impressive. There we go. Outline this. There we go. God, getting D tier 'cause I don't like the manga. Fair. Alright, good night, Egg. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. What is the time? How long have we been streaming for? An hour? Just under? No. I don't know. An hour and a half, maybe? Hello, Rev. Okay. Did I cut that out with the thing? I did not. Okay. Fair enough. So I include that. There we go. Did I miss it? I missed an eyebrow. There we go. 88 minutes. Okay, yeah, so about an hour and a half. Nice. You'll probably stream for about 2 hours today. And then 2-ish hours tomorrow. I forget. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay. It's tricky because when the hair's moving, this part here is going to be exposed, so I should probably draw some more lines, I think, for that like weird hairline, you know. Did the video end? No, okay, we're fine. The video I'm playing is exactly 2 hours, so that'll be a good reference. You seen Gosick? I do not know what that is. It's good enough. The hair's not going to sway that far, so that'll do. Nice. There we go. What is Gosick or Gosick? Is the actual MMV going to have a red background? It's going to have a red color scheme. But it's not going to have a red background, no. This is just so I can, like, because if I have it like this, it's more difficult to see, like, what parts I need to recolor. And it's just also brighter. I don't need it to be that bright for the, you know, the sake of my eyes. But the reason I use this specific red is because it's also the color of the red in the MMV. So I keep it the exact same shade of red. So... you can kind of draw using the lasso. I have seen that. I've tried it myself, but... wait, how do I do it? I forgot. Oh, shift. Wait, no. Oh, alt. There we go. Yeah, you can draw using it, but I'm not good at it, so... For me, just clicking a bunch works the best, even if it's not necessarily the right way to do it. And I have broken like 3 mice. Granted, they're cheaper mice, they're like not super expensive ones, but I do break these mice quite a bit because the amount I use the middle mouse. Oh wait, no, I do. I recognize the name Gothic. Is it like a? You know, I've seen the opening. I haven't read it. I'll be honest with you. I've seen the opening though. I recognize the art style. Yeah, I haven't watched it. It's by Studio Bones, right? I think. Dude, that drum fill, by the way, hello? Can we just roll the back? Oh, shit. That was filthy. Yeah, I'll add it to the list. I was planning to watch it, to be honest, but there's so many things to watch at the moment. It's kind of difficult to pick. How do I want to do this? Like a D&D thing. How do I want to do this? I'll do the eyelids as well, why not? Might as well. See, this panel that I'm cutting out, that I spent the last, like, 25 minutes cutting out, by the way, this appears for, like, 1 second. At most, 1 second. So, that's the work. You'll spend like hours on a single panel. You'll animate the hell out of it just for it to be on screen for less than a second. But sometimes that's just how it is. Have you read or watched Takapi's Original Sin? I've watched it, yes. It was great, I enjoyed it. I know people are kind of mixed on the ending, but I thought it was pretty good. I don't know what I would have wanted for Takapi's Original Sin ending. Like, I don't know what the ideal ending would have been for me, but I thought it was good enough, yeah. It was emotional as well. It was never going to have like a pie in the sky, super happy ending. I think it kind of had like a almost kind of realistic, bittersweet ending. Like they still struggled or went through a lot of shit, but they had each other, you know? And that's kind of the important thing. Did it get nominated for Anime of the Year? When are the Anime Awards, by the way? When are the Anime Awards? I know the nominees happened, and honestly, I thought the nominees this year were awful. Like, it is legit the same 5 things in every category. It is insane to me. Like, did they watch anything? And where's Orb? Like, the lack of Orb on the Movements of the Earth is disgusting. Like, Crunchyroll, you silly bastards. What were they cooking? Okay. Now the white. Do you animate in 24 frames? Usually, yeah. I used to do 29.97 because that was just a standard auto thing. But once I went to 24 frames, I never went back. Funny story, actually. The reason I started animating in 24 frames per second... So the first video I animated in 24 frames per second was the Maki versus Noya Perfect Preparation MMV. That was the first one I ever did in 24 frames per second. And the specific reason I did it in 24 frames per second is because of Noya's ability. Because it was based around 24 frames per second. Because, I don't know, I guess in my head I thought I could do something with this. But I ended up doing nothing with it. But I liked how it looked, so I stuck with it. So, yeah. I started with like 1 MHA edit. I think everything I've done since has been 24 frames per second. And I do add an effect to sometimes make frame rates go even lower. Like sometimes I have character animation be at 12 frames per second because I like how it looks. It looks more animated despite having less frames. But yeah, 24 frames is like the settings for the project. I was shocked to find out 100 meters and all by the same creator. I wasn't shocked at all. As soon as I saw the character's face, I was like, well, that's definitely the same guy. Like, he looks like an Orb character. Or I guess Orb looks like a 100 meters character. It's like a very... It's like seeing Mob from Mob Psycho after watching One Punch Man being like, Is this by the same guy? Like, I just have a sneaky suspicion. Like, cut that boy's hair. Let me see something real quick. No, it's the same face. I do not have a human heart now. It was taken from me, like my edits. It was taken from me and someone else took credit for it. And they put it on TikTok. I can't focus with a lyrical song. This is a great song in this game, but I can't listen to it here. What do people normally use as stream music, by the way? Like, I have no idea. I just kind of use what I sometimes use when I'm, like, editing normally. But I don't know what, like... Because the thing is, I'm scared, like, there are other songs I'd listen to on stream, but I don't know what copyright's like, so I kind of play it safe with video game soundtracks. But, like, I can't lie, because of the JoJo Part 3 memes, I've been listening to the fuck out of Walking Like an Egyptian recently. Like, way too much. It's gonna ruin my Spotify Wrapped. I'm gonna have the fucking bangles on there. In the big 2026, I'm listening to Manic Monday. And I regret nothing. Also, am I doing this eye correctly? What are we doing here? What's the eye shape? What are we doing? Interesting. Why is the eye like that? I mean, I can include it, I guess. Just looks a little bit strange. I don't want to deviate from the original drawing too much, you know. Like, the audacity to where I'm like, oh, looks a bit strange in my opinion, says the non-artist. Like, what the hell do I know? I think people normally use Nintendo copyright-free music. Yeah, that's what I try to lead towards. Ninja hates TikTokers how Noya hates women. It's not quite the same. Like, I don't hate TikTokers. I just think, you know, they could do better. Is all. You know? It's not some, like, inherent bias against them. And besides, does this, like, imply I'm gonna, like, meet my demise to some guy on TikTok? Like, you're not Nanatsuki or Linko. You're nothing. The one standing among them will be me. Then I get one shot. Yeah, I don't need that in my life. Wait, do you always missing a bottom eyelid? Am I stupid? Or was this not here on this side? I guess it just was never there, huh? The more you know. You should watch One Piece. Just add a big watermark. Oh, what do you mean, like, on stream? The problem with One Piece is that, like... Well, not a problem with One Piece. The problem with my experience with One Piece, or at least, especially if I try to make content out of it, the problem is, from like a reaction perspective, I already know what happens later in the story. Like, I've been spoiled on so much stuff just being online, you know, in the space for years. Like, I know who dies. I know what the power-ups are. I know who wins all the fights. So I can't be like, oh, whoa! His brother did what? Whoa, no! Sheesh. Whoa, he stretches? Like, I'm not... I can't fake my reactions to save my life, man. I'm not built for that kind of life. Oh, I wonder if Shanks is going to turn up soon. Rent a Girlfriend MMV when? If I ever make a Rent a Girlfriend MMV, it'll be a punishment. Or it'll be some kind of, like, ridiculous sub-goal that I'll never hit. How about this? If I hit 1 million subscribers, I'll do a Rent a Girlfriend MMV. Like a high-effort Rent a Girlfriend MMV if I ever hit 1 million subscribers. In other words, I'm never making one. Because this channel is never hitting 1 million subscribers. Ever. And just before, and if it ever gets close, I'll delete it. or just suddenly just start uploading really risque content. Like, oh no, YouTube, please don't ban my channel. Please don't delete it. I will stick to my word. I will stick to my word. I'm confident in making this bet because I know it's not going to happen. And I'm not saying that it's like, please make it happen, chat. It's not happening. Like, I'm not a pessimistic person, but I'm a realist to an extent. And I promise you, on my life and my dignity and my self-respect, we are not hitting 1 million subscribers on this channel. Ever. Because either I'll burn out or my channel will get deleted by YouTube because of some policy change or some copyright stuff. Not to, like, you know, jinx it. But I'm, you know. Just make it as an April Fool's. But it's a punishment for me. The April Fool's is supposed to be a joke on the viewer. If I make an April Fool's, make a girlfriend thing, the joke's on me. I'm the one who, like, yeah, haha, funny joke, but you're the one who spent 3 weeks cutting out rent-a-girlfriend panels. Like, hell no. I'm supposed to be giggling and kicking my feet while making April Fool's stuff. Not questioning my life decisions. Everyone get in the car. We're making a rent-a-girlfriend MMV. Wait, this isn't a rent-a-girlfriend MMV. It's another JJK one. Hermit Purple. If I was a better streamer, I'd commit to the bit and really, like, scream that voice line, but I just can't do it. Should that eyebrow be longer? Nah, it's fine. I think it's good. Alright, I think... Let me just increase the size of the pupils, actually. It's bugging me. I do this for quite a lot of manga, to be honest. I always like the pupils to stick out a bit more. Boop, and boop. What? Oh. Bam. Hell yeah. Alright. It's a lot of layers. Just let me get my bearings real quick. I can delete... Not delete. I can paint over this, I believe. There we go. I'll cut out the mouth next. There we go. I see a figure back there. It's an elf. Hello, Vinnybytes Gamer. I should drink water, actually. That's a good call. How much of your C drive is taken up by Photoshop images? Most of it, probably. Because some of these file sizes get, like, pretty big. Like, some of these Photoshop file sizes are, like 60 megabytes, depending on the manga. For this MMV specifically, it's not been too high, but... But, like, you know, when you have, like, 100 Photoshop files from an MMV, that file size does add up quite a bit. What manga is this MMV for? Love Bullet. Trying to look into the camera when I'm talking is difficult, because chat for me is over here. Which is why I flipped my camera. I should go back to work now. Unfortunately, this was a nice stream, Ninja. I'll make sure to join the one tomorrow. Thank you so much, James, for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope you have good luck with your work. That's a weird way to say that, but you know what I mean. Gramp with his grandma figure. Buddy, I'm not a Gramp. I'm 25. Grandparistic grandpa. He got out the retirement home again and started cutting out winter girlfriend panels. Should I read Love Bullet or nah? I mean, I think it's pretty good. I'll say this. It's very short. So I recommend it just based on that. It's like, it's ongoing, but it's only got like 16 chapters. I recommend the first 6 chapters of Love Bullet. First 6 chapters, give them a go. It's the first volume. Basically, it's the first 6 chapters. I highly recommend it. The first chapter is chapter 0, which is like a weird kind of prologue, proof of concept type thing. But yeah, read the first volume. Read through to chapter 6. If you don't like it by the end of chapter 6, then yeah. What am I doing? I think I'm done with this panel. Boom. Nose, mouth, eye. Oh, the eyes. I need to color the eyes. Whoops. There we go. Nice. In fact, I'll move this to there. It's easier. Long hair. Shit. Hair. Head. Bobo. Head. Ponytail. Nice. Alright, now I just need to quickly redraw this layer and get rid of the head. And that's it. Oh, I need to redraw this bow, actually. Yes, that's easy enough. I'll do it like this. What's your favourite MMV you've worked on? Probably the Culling Game one, or Festival of Champions, Pokemon. But we're going to do a tier list tomorrow, in tomorrow's stream, around the same time. So that'll be our definitive answer. We'll know for sure. How goes to that Mario Kart tee? Hell yeah. I got it from a Nintendo store, I think. I have to keep hanging up on the retirement home. I'm never going back. Ah, shit. There we go. So I need to redraw this bow to be red. Like... Wait, I should include that part too, actually. There we go. I keep going. Every time I misclick. It's like a bad habit. I just do it by like so subconsciously. And it's a bad habit when I'm talking to some people sometimes too. Because I say something that like irks me slightly and I just go... I won't like roll my eyes, but I just... It's just so instinctive. I can't help it. Alright, there we go. Like so. Boom. Now I just need to get rid of the head. Honestly, your MMVs look better than when Shonen Jump makes them. No glaze, of course. I appreciate them. I appreciate that. I don't know if I agree, though. I do think the Shonen Jump ones are pretty amazing. And I definitely watch them thinking, dude, I can't do that. But I do appreciate it. Thank you. That's high praise. The thing is, there's like a range of quality, right? Because like for some like debuting series, they'll often just kind of go pretty weak. And then they'll animate something popular and they'll give it like the premium treatment. So it does depend. Like, there are some I'm like, I could do that. But there are others where I was like, how the hell? Because the thing is, they commission editors online. And it's like one particular kind of mini editing studio. They've made quite a few of them that are like always like top quality. I always watch, I'm like, how the hell? Because the thing is as well, you've got to keep in mind that when I make these videos, I don't have the restriction of having to, you know, be careful with redraws and stuff. Like, I just, like if I see a line that irks me, I'm like, get rid of it. I don't need that hair. It's annoying me. I don't want to animate that. Whereas, you know, when you're commissioned by like Shonen Jump, they're like, you better not change a single line. Also, we want it to move flawlessly. It's just a different kind of thing. Look in chat, the first 2 words I see are decapitating children. Technically, I don't think this girl's a child. I don't actually know how the Cupid years work. But regardless, I mean, you know, decapitating anyone is probably worthy of scorn. I look in chat every so often and just see people going, Hermit Purple! Honestly, I don't think that the stream titles are ever going to get better than today's one. I think I should just stop streaming after this. Like, we've peaked. I thought my last thumbnail was, you know, the best I was going to be able to do, but maybe today we've set a new bar. There we go. I think... Let me see where the head goes. Do this. That's good enough. Because the head's not going to show more than that. Is this the... No, okay. Views are somewhat lower than last time. They are, yeah, they're like half. Maybe it's the day, maybe it's the stream thumbnail and title. Who knows? I don't know. It has been a smaller turnout today, but it's fine. I mean, I've barely been streaming, so the numbers are going to be all over the place, I think. But if the people who are here enjoyed it, then yeah, that's good enough for me. Now, last but not least... Oh wait, never mind, I need to do this. Almost forgot. Stupid hair. Stupid wings. See, look, that's probably better than my one. I was originally going to have the title be something about, wait, this isn't Photoshop, this is After Effects, but I can't do After Effects on stream. Because my PC can't run it, so... yeah. I'm not even on hiatus, by the way. Like, despite what the title says, I'm on no hiatus. I've been working all this time. It's just... it takes a while, sometimes. Depending on the video, depending on the idea. Depending on motivation, you know. But even when I'm not motivated, I'm always clicking away in Photoshop, for better or worse. There we go. Wait, can I just do the stupid stroke thing? I think I can. Boom. Hell yeah. Is this the last song in this video? It's not. Nice. And now I can group these. This isn't a vocal track, is it? Put me in Torogoth, whatever this one's called. Alright. I think we're done with this panel. Thank the Lord. Ponytail. Bow. Bow. Head. Nose. Shoulders, knees and toes. Mouth. Eye. Eyelid. Hair. We're done! Finally. Only 17,000 more to go! And this panel's only going to be on screen for like a second. If that. Hell yeah, man. But I'll say, sometimes it is the detail, even in the split-second shots, that adds up to the overall quality of an MMV. You know? Like, it makes a massive difference when you have a split shot of a character where their hair is like moving all around versus if they're just like a still image. It makes a big difference. You know? And besides, I need stuff to cut out for these streams anyway, so. What kind of woman is your type? A woman that, I don't know. I don't really have a particular type. Someone who's kind, in the heart. Whatever that means. I don't know where else to be kind. Face reveal? I mean, technically I've shown my face about a dozen times or so over the last couple of years. True. See, if I didn't read Jujutsu Kaisen, just seeing in chat Toto would fuck you up would like be like weirdly intimidating. But no, you're right. He probably would. He'd start crying and then just beat the shit out of me. Yeah, Toto. Yeah. See, I didn't like. I understand it's a Toto question, but I didn't go to that immediately. I would have said, you know, Jennifer Lawrence or whatever. You know, I would have said I want the whole bakery, right? But I was giving an honest answer, and that's my mistake. Ninja likes them women animated. True. You like your women, buddy. I like them elven. No, I don't like Freeman like that. The thing is, right, despite my kind of funny, quote-unquote, obsession with Freeman, it's never been like a romantic thing, you know? It's never been like a, in like a lustful way. Like, so much of Freeman's popularity, like, it genuinely irked me, right? A mini rant, right? It genuinely irks me when Freeman blew up, how much of the fan art was porn. Like, I just don't know how you watch that show and your first thought is, dude, take off her shoes. Like, what are we doing? Like, all that heart, all that story, you know? That, like tragic, bittersweet romance across time, and the first thing people like, put her foot in a sandwich. Like, what are we doing, man? Genuinely. Hey, no one said Fern. And also, Fern's like 19. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just something about the shows with like the least fan service that people just go crazy over for some reason. It's like, why? Buy the shoes? Because that's all that Twitter kept showing me. I didn't ask for it. Do you do collabs? Not typically, no. It's not so much a thing of like, I don't think people are worthy. I'm just not very good. Like, I work in my own stupid, weird way, at my own weird pace. So I struggle to imagine really collabing with anyone. As I am now. This looks weird because both mouth layers are enabled. There we go. You like the name, by the way? Dead Girl Turn. Spoiler. I apologize. Yeah, I get a lot of messages, so I do sometimes overlook quite a few of them. How do you get to know start your VFX? I just kind of make stuff up as I go along. I learned through trial and error, and that's kind of it. Do you know any MMVs like Koya? I don't know. There's a lot on TikTok, I guess. I say a lot, like, you know, that quality doesn't come often, but you can find quality manga editors all over the place now. You know, like years ago, it was like a handful, and they were like mostly Japanese or Chinese. But nowadays, there's like so many incredible, like Brazilian editors. In the West, there's a bunch of editors, like all over the place. There's so many. What am I doing with this panel? I just went from one to the next, and I'm not like emotionally prepared. I never saw Freeman doing stuff with feed on my For You page and myself and NS. Look, it's not, look, I gotta like defend myself real quick. Listen. I liked a lot of Freeman art when the anime was coming out. Right? A lot of safe for work Freeman stuff. So the algorithm's like, wow, this guy really likes this elf. Let's show him every single post that has hashtag Freeman in it. And that included, as the show went on, the increasing amount of, you know, less safe for work fan art. I didn't opt into it. And look, yeah, if that's your thing, then hey, power to you. But it's just for me. Any editors been an inspiration to you? Nanatsuki, #1. Alenko, #2. And then maybe Yuki, #3. Probably, maybe. I don't know. They're, like, #3 is like a bunch of different editors, but I think my top two, Nanatsuki and Alenko, are my top inspirations. Not to spoil, but what are your current thoughts on Freeman's... Sorry. Not to spoil, but what are your thoughts on Freeman's current arc in the manga? I'm not sure what to think. There's been, like, a lot of build-up, but, like, every time it gets started, we go on a hiatus. So, I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not, like, super into it, but I think the hiatus is playing a big part in it. So I want to like reread it once we get like a confirmed date for it coming back. Oh, another bench, man. Ah! Yeah. It's just this panel again. It never ends. Oh yeah. I recognize the name. I think I've probably seen their stuff. I don't know. There's so many like talented editors. I recognize the name for sure. I'm pretty sure I've seen their stuff. Like, when I see a name a certain amount of times, I do end up checking at least something out. But most of the time, I really just kind of watch either stuff I've already seen or random MMVs that appear on my homepage. Okay. Lock in. What time is it for me? It's only 11 PM. You still got time in you. Yeah, honestly, dude, the fucking birds. Okay, well, I'm not going to animate all these birds. I don't need to. Again, this is only for a second. The only thing I need to do is I need to animate her hand kind of coming down to the pigeon. You know, I can maybe animate the one on her shoulder bobbing its head or something. They're just fucking everywhere, dude. Everywhere you look, there's a pigeon. Oh, fucking jeez. Let me switch out real quick. I do know quite, yeah. They also made a JJK animation recently and a JoJo one, which both were incredible. Just pigeons everywhere you look. Pigeons, I feel bad for pigeons, you know. Pigeons were like left behind by humanity, you know. They were like domesticated and then abandoned when they were no longer useful. And now they're just called like flying rats. It's really quite tragic. Okay, what should I do first? This one looks like a nightmare. This one... Hello. This one's easy enough. This isn't going to appear for like a second as well, so should be easy enough. Hopefully, maybe, please. Here we go. Let me put a Pokemon sound. I've heard enough Xenoblade for one stream. Let me put on relaxing Pokemon music. Hell yeah. Also, what manga is that? Love Bullet. There's one English volume out and 2 Japanese ones. I have all 3. Hey, I recently rewatched your Pokemon Festival of Champions AMV, which is probably my favourite manga AMV. Hell yeah. I noticed the comments are disabled. Is it some YouTube Kids thing I don't get? Yes. For those who don't know, my Pokemon Festival of Champions MMV, the comment section was gutted. And it was not my choice. It's just because it got flagged without my consent, of course, with the YouTube Kids thing. Which means that, yeah, the comments are disabled by default. So, yeah. And I suspect the Pokemon Adventures MMV will suffer a similar fate. But hopefully it doesn't. But yeah. It's annoying, but it's also just YouTube's stupid kids initiative thing. Like, instead of screwing over the... Like, it's so annoying, right? You want to rewatch a clip from a cartoon of when you were a kid, right? Like a clip from 14 years ago on YouTube, and you want to see what people in the comments are saying, like, oh, dude, we're all reminiscing on this old cartoon scene. And then the comments are disabled because it's YouTube Kids. Like, the kids today are on TikTok looking at whatever Sahur with a baseball bat. No kid is going to watch an old Danny Phantom clip. Why do we need the YouTube Kids? It's stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I despise it. Yeah. And unfortunately, because I made a Pokemon thing, I got caught up in that as well. Despite me explicitly saying in the YouTube settings this is not made for kids, YouTube were like, actually, kind of is. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, sure. Nope, there's no bypass. Like, YouTube stays final. You can, like, appeal it and they'll go, nah, we're good. I think we'll just keep our ruling. If there's one thing you should know about YouTube, it's that they do not care about their creators. At all. They will do the bare minimum. And then demonetize you on a dime. Like, I'm trying to, like, rewatch the old Power Rangers openings, see what people think. Like, oh, which one do people like the most? And it's like, oh, never mind, made for kids. Like, God forbid a guy wants to reminisce. Like, little Timmy's not watching Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. They're on TikTok watching 6-7 memes. And having their brain rot in real time. Whoops. What am I doing? Yes, nice, cool. Nice. Hey. How are you? What do you recommend? Hello, first of all. What do you recommend for someone who wants to start After Effects? Like, any tips or something? Watch a bunch of tutorials and learn the software first. Like, first and foremost. I recommend actually learning the software. Because what I did when I started is I just kind of dove headfirst in. And learning... I built up really bad habits and stuff. So I recommend having a decent foundation of the software to start with. And then learning to make MMVs from there. Because I just dove in headfirst. I didn't watch any tutorials because all of them were longer than 5 minutes. And I didn't have the attention span. And as a result, I didn't know there was a camera layer until like my 5th MMV. Like, I was moving everything with position and scale. I didn't know what a 3D layer was. I didn't even know what like the graph editor was or anything like that. I didn't know there was like a velocity graph editor. I just did like 17 keyframes to create this sense of motion that like it speeds up gradually. I was awful. I was so bad at what I did, but it's, you know, the end result looks good and people liked the video, so I was like, I don't need to change. If it works, it's not broken. And if it's not broken, it doesn't need to be fixed. And that caused me to have some headaches later on. So learn the software first and foremost, and also don't try to do the redrawing stuff in After Effects. Do it in Photoshop. Trust me. Like this, doing it like this is so much easier. Maybe little Timmy knows ball. Little Timmy doesn't know shit. And if he knows ball, it's because his father was like, let's watch Power Rangers. In which case, the father knows ball. Little Timmy doesn't know anything. He doesn't even know he's alive yet. You sound like a geriatric when you complain about TikTok. Hey, man. You're probably not wrong. Those damn kids on TikTok. The thing is, though, I have like a viable beef against them, though, because of the, you know, the reposts. So when I do it, I'm just, you know, I'm just a, no, I don't know. Maybe I am just geriatric, who knows? I'm an all-light motion and CapCut editor. I have no idea. I'm not familiar enough with the software to give you advice on light motion or CapCut, I'm afraid. But I'm sure if you Google search, you can find something. The thing is, like, the benefit of starting to make MMVs in this day and age in manga animation is that there's, like, a quadruple amount of tutorials compared to what there used to be. You know, like, when I started, there was, like, barely anything. And, like, the videos I needed were in, like, Vietnamese without any translations. So I just have to, like, yeah, I know, like, 480p or something. Whereas now it's like, you know, some HD stuff. People are giving you project files and everything. It's great. What I will say is I've seen some stuff that people can do with the light motion, and it's incredible. Like, there was this JJK, or there's this specific editor who made a few JJK things, and wow. Like, you wouldn't think you could make that kind of quality with a phone editor. But you can go crazy. Hello, Kuro. Welcome. Good to see you. It says you're very sleepy, but it doesn't say you're sleep deprived, so that's good. I would like to stream on Twitch again soon for gaming stuff. But I figured I'd hit, what's it, two birds, one stone by doing some Photoshop stuff in Photoshop. What? Some MMV stuff in Photoshop on stream. Yeah, guys, I'm doing some Photoshop stuff in Photoshop. My brain is working. Well, I'm thinking of what I need to do for the next layer. I end up just over redrawing. Like, what am I doing? I mean, actually, I can probably... Which layer? Dude, I'm getting so confused for no reason. And this layer isn't even in the right place. Is it? No, it's not. Wait, what? There we go. Dude, my brain is genuinely cooked. How many hours are we into this stream? Think I'm starting to lose it. Slightly. Are you madly in love with the stamp tool? I use it quite a bit. I use the stamp tool when I need to redraw halftone stuff most of the time. Kuro, of course I'd remember you. You followed me on every Twitch stream. And then re-followed me again. Hello. That was a love heart, if you can tell. That sounds like really condescending when I say it like that. Like it wasn't obviously a love heart. Sorry, I'm tired. What is this? It's a hair, I guess. Also, why is the thing inverted? It's annoying me. There we go. Fixed. I guess this is also a hair, maybe? It's a weirdly shaped hair. But I will accept it nonetheless. There we go. Hell yeah, nice. Congrats. What did you screen record? I was gonna animate down to the last atom. Sometimes you have to, you know, to do the panel justice. Hair 4. There we go. I keep fat fingering the keys. It's annoying. I feel like I don't usually have that trouble. I think specifically when I'm streaming, I'm like I just mess up my finger placement for some reason. What's your opinion on Gen 5 of Pokemon? I love Gen 5. I think, for me, Gen 5 housed my favorite games. Like Black and White 2, my favorite games in the series. And I like that the franchise took a risk with focusing more on new Pokemon than just more of the old ones. Which backfired to an extent because people were like, where the hell are the old ones? But I'd rather they take the risk, you know? And while the designs are mixed, I think some of them are kind of weak. I think there were some banger designs in there as well. So yeah, I love Gen 5 a lot. Legends Arceus is the most revolutionary Pokemon game ever. Maybe. I mean, it definitely shook up the formula. I liked it. I think it could have been more revolutionary if it was more finished. Which is my kind of main complaint of the game. It's just kind of half-baked. But, yeah, it's a great game. It has been a very long time since the last, like, decent JoJo meme that appeared. And it came from a part that wasn't new. Which I think makes it extra special. Because usually it's just like, oh, a new part's dropped, a new funny thing, huzzah. But it's been a long time since part 3. So you'd love to see it. What is the hair doing? What is the hair doing actually? What am I looking at? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Did I cut that layer out? I have not. That's another layer, great. So many layers. Where does it even start? It's fine. I know what I'm doing. Do I? I think I do. Do you ever feel robbed? Yeah, sometimes, I guess. What's you animating? Kuro, I am animating a manga called Love Bullet. It's a good one. It's also niche, and it's relatively new. It's 3:30 AM. Kuro, you've got a challenger on sleep schedule. You should probably sleep if it's 3:30 AM. Although I do appreciate you tuning in. But you should take care of yourself as well. What the why'd I cut it out like that? I am stupid. Shit. What is that? I might be a moron. If you joined the stream just recently, by the way, you missed out on some genuine, incredible banter with Gundam Wing. Someone asked about like the worst dub I've ever seen, and we watched a clip from Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing. If you know, you know. That scene is so good. I want to rewatch it now. What's that about Shinjuku Showdown? I'm currently working on a JJK video. Not in this stream, but I am working on something. I will say it is easier said than done. What am I looking at? There we go. It's on part Ghost Story. Well, the Ghost Story one's not a bad dub. It's its own weird, unique case. I mean, some would say it's a bad dub. Some would say it's, you know. I mean, like if I know someone's a genuine fan of Ghost Story, they say this dub's awful. It changes everything for the sake of a joke. But like, you know, I don't think anyone in the West really cared. The only reason people talk about Ghost Story is because of its, like, you know, a bridge to level dub. But yeah, but that was not a bad one. That's like purposely outrageous. The Gundam Wing one isn't even like a joke. Oh, they were serious when they said that line. Huh. Did anyone else play Mystery Dungeon as a kid? I never really played the 3DS ones. I played like one of the Unova ones, I think, but I didn't play any of the recent releases. But when I was a kid, Mystery Dungeon was magical. What did I say? Did I say Mystery Dungeon? I think I did. I meant to say Mystery Dungeon. Yeah, those games were magical. I think Explorer of Sky was my favorite one. Although I did play all of the original. I played Red Rescue Team. I think I probably also played Blue Rescue Team. I played Explorers of Time. I didn't play Explorers of Darkness. I played Explorers of Sky. What else? Can't remember now. It's been a while. Let me find the clip. We'll rewatch the Gundam Wing thing for the new people in the stream. Oh, whoops! I went off the wrong video. Whoops! Let me try again. Because it is a generational classic dub that I think more people need to see to appreciate. I mean, there's like a few funny ones, but this is like... This is generational.
Excuse me, Relena? Here you go. It's an invitation to my birthday tomorrow. I hope you'll be able to make it to the party.
Not the clenched fist.
But why?
I'll kill you.
Who the fuck ends a conversation like that? What is his problem?
What kind of person is he?
He's a sociopath! He wiped her tear away and then said, I'll kill you. Like, dude, isn't that like the greatest dub of all time? I'm convinced. I want to watch it now. And there's some like other funny scenes. I don't think it's L's voice acts, but it could be though. Let me check. I don't think it's his voice actor. It's 2000, okay. And his name's Hero. Oh yeah, there's another scene where like the girl shouts out off a cliff like, Hero, I want you to come over here and kill me. Is it L's voice actor? It is not, no. Wait, is it? No. No, it doesn't look like it. No, they haven't really done a ton of anime stuff. But yeah, so there you go. He's got Light Yagami vibes in terms of like, you know, why did I do this on both sides? Am I stupid? Well, I kind of know why I ended up doing it, but like, shibbity sheesh. See, because it's towards the end of the stream, my skills are slipping slightly. The Gen 1 anime dub? Well, again, we're talking about bad anime dubs. Pokemon's Gen 1 anime dub is hilarious. Like, they made Ash like an arsehole for no reason, and it's great. But then maybe, I don't know, maybe like Gundam Wing one is good. Maybe I just, yeah, it's like, it's difficult to like measure what makes a good dub, right? Because like sometimes the funniest ones are the, like my favorite ones, you know? Whereas other times I'm looking for like genuine, like good acting. So it's hard to like define what a good English dub is, especially for older shows. I mean, especially since like someone like the localization is pretty poor in some like old English dubs. Like they change entire scenes and the meaning of entire like, you know, characters, entire character arcs. They like just, you know, alter them. Especially in like kids shows, you know. But sometimes it's those really funny bad scenes that are the best. And then again, Ghost Stories is like its own thing. That's not how the should look. What am I doing? Yeah, I just need to like that. I have this really bad like perfectionist thing when it comes to redrawing panels. I realize it, but I can't stop. Alright. There we go. Okay, hair done. I think. Yes, cool. Oh. Now I need to do the little hairpin thing. This is red. And so is this. The thing is, I was already tired this evening before I started streaming. So it's quite tough. Here we go. Nope. There we go. Red. What else is red on her? I'll do a mouth as well, actually. Mouth. Then I need to do the glasses, lenses. That's red. But to do that, I need to cut the glasses on their own separate layer. It's fine. After this panel's done, I will go to sleep. The 4Kids anime One Piece dub where Zoro shouts Luffy. It's another great one. Hey Luffy, good to see you, buddy. Being a One Piece voice actor must be tough. Like, that's been going for a long time. Whoops, that's not right. What am I doing? There we go. There we go. Now another mouth. Like this. No. Like this. Then like this. Maybe. Although she's kind of smiling. I don't want her to smile. Actually, that's fine. I'll make it a bit thicker though. It's a bit too subtle, I think. There we go. Perfect. Isn't it better to use a halftone brush instead of stamp for halftones? Can be. I mean, I've never really used the halftone brush, but I also don't really, as of late, at least for this MMV, I guess it depends on the MMV, but I haven't really been using the halftone in general recently. So I can't really say. Why is this? Well, the glasses. My head. Yeah, for my sanity, I'm just gonna cut this bit off. I don't even know what it's for. I mean, this part back here's the back of the. You don't need to be there. Again, see, this is what I mean. If this was like a Shonen Jump commission, they'd like beat me to death with a belt. But because this is just my own for free promo MMV, I can make these small changes for the sake of my creative vision. There we go. It's just easier, you know? Sometimes you just gotta take the easier route. Have you watched Invincible? I have watched Invincible, yes. It's not bad. It's not my favourite, but it's pretty good. Alright, now I need to cut the glasses into their own separate layer. So then I can add the red lenses underneath. Then I also need to cut the eyes out. And then I'm done, I think. Yeah. What's the music in the BG? I've got Relaxing Pokemon Music Compilation Volume 3 playing. This specific soundtrack is Dragon Spiral Tower / Celestial Tower from Pokemon Black and White. And banger. You know, one thing I really hope they have in Pokemon games moving forward, which I think has been severely lacking, not just in like recent games, but like a while, is like optional areas. Like truly optional areas with their own cool loot to find and cool unique Pokemon. Because like Sword and Shield, for example, like every inch of that map, pretty much you're going to. Like there's nothing to like really explore. Like it just felt like you were on a track the entire time. And it made, I don't know, it lost some of that excitement for me. Where some of the older games, you'd have like a creepy mansion you could go to that you didn't have to go to. But you could go to it like as an optional thing to find a cool ghost type Pokemon. I just feel like the modern games don't have that as much. And maybe it's because I lean more into like the wild area type thing, but I don't know. I think it's a shame. It's hard to know sometimes when criticizing Pokemon games, like what, you know, is actually bad in a new game versus what do you just miss from like when being a kid, you know? Like, it's like some of it's just like you're not a kid anymore. Other parts it's like it's genuinely better in the older games. It's difficult to like differentiate sometimes. I think that's where you find, I think you find Kyurem in a cave, which again is optional. It's cool, literally cool. It's, you know, ice. Okay, cool. Let me cut this eye out before I lose my sanity. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm starting to reach my my limits slightly. Despite it being a like physically, you know, inactive process. Or that's not the word. Physically, it's not like a super physical process, like of cutting out panels. It gets tiring, man. Like you cut out enough in a row, you cut out enough lines. It weighs you down. I did also go to the gym today, so I am physically worn down as well. Are those mouths under our eyes? There's their eyelids. Lower lids, specifically. But some of it looks a bit muddy from where it's been upscaled. And I've also done the adjustment levels thing, you know? So it does kind of cook it sometimes. But from afar, I mean, it looks fine. It just looks like heavy eyelids, which is kind of the point, to be honest. It fits the character. Alright, now, glasses. I'll make the lenses a bit thicker as well, because that'll make my life easier. Oh yeah, someone links me a thing for me to watch a couple of streams ago, and I think I forgot, you know. Damn. Wait, do I even need to do this? No, I don't. It's fine. Do I? Wait, no. Do I need to do this? I don't think I do. No. Yes? No. Maybe? No. While my brain figures out what I need to do, I'm just going to redraw around this border because it's bugging me. I need to do it anyway. Let me make it thicker. There we go. What do you use to upscale? I just use whatever upscale I can find online. Really. I don't have like a consistent one. And with this specific MMV, I've been upscaling a lot less because I've just been able to find the high quality pages online on the artist Twitter account. I said it last stream as well, but I recommend if you're trying to find like high quality versions of pages, someplace you should consider looking is the artist Twitter. Because sometimes to promote the manga, they just share a bunch of pages or even sometimes chapters on Twitter, page by page. And at least in my experience, they're like the highest quality ones you can find. So, okay, let me buff out these edges, and then I will draw a layer for the lenses, which will be red. It's a big pain in the arse about this character is that their lenses are red, and I can't just kind of skip out on that because it's kind of a key detail. See, I need to fix that lens at the bottom because that does not match. But that doesn't work as a shape, or does it? It kind of does. That's good enough. I'll buff out this quickly. What song is this? I don't recognize. Is this Mystery Dungeon? What is this? It is Mystery Dungeon. Nice. So the reason I'm redrawing the glasses is because I'm gonna now, this is the results, I'm gonna draw in the black here for the lenses, and I'm gonna use the multiply brush to color in the red on a separate layer, but because I don't want it to spill out of the lenses, so it's easier if it has a thicker border. There we go, I think. Unless my brain's cooked. My brain might be cooked. We'll find out once I've done this. If it works, we can all clap. If it doesn't work, I might just, like, cry for a few minutes and then end stream. Like, really awkwardly. It's a bit awkward here because I don't want it to be over the white. I don't think I do. Do I? I don't think so. Okay, my brain power is genuinely fried. Maybe Friday streams aren't the play. Alright. Now. Did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do that? And then I put it 50%. Is that how did I do it before? Dude, I've forgotten how I used to do it. Dude, my brain is so fried. What am I doing? How do I do it? You know what? Okay, no. I have done it correctly. This is correct. I did skip a step, though. I do need to cut the lens out, the glasses out on their own layer. Then it's done. So I was close. It's fine. I know what I'm doing. Dude, this like music box music is just like not fitting for this moment. It's too tense. 1. It feels too sentimental. Is now the time to clap? Hold your applause. You can clap very soon. The performance is not ruined. Trust me. We're still cooking. Just about. There we go. And then, like so. No. Shit. Oh wait, I forgot to. Son of a bitch. Hold your applause. Hold it. Just a bit longer, trust me. No, I don't include that. I just want to include the rim. Dude, I really am exhausted. And I'm sweating as well. I don't think my heating's on. I'm just like sweating under pressure. I'm sweating under pressure. 28 people are watching, dude. It's high stakes. There we go. I just need to remove the selection so I'm not selecting the entire face. There we go. Okay. Nice. And then this. That's fine. I know what I'm doing. I'm still in control. I think. There we go. Now. Just select this white bit so I don't color it black. Any second now. It's about to happen. Boom. See, I always knew I had it in me. Boom, clap. Please clap. Someone just clap, please. I just heard someone cough in the crowd. Thank you. Thank you, Rubito Potato. Thank you, Bliss France. Thank you so much. I'm here all week. That was exhausting. For no reason. It really shouldn't have been. Hell yeah, man. Okay, what's left of this panel? I don't think there's anything left. Which is good. Music to my ears. I think that's it, you know. Yeah. I should cut the wings. Do I want to do it now? No. But I should. But I don't really have to. But I should. Oh, I don't want to, but I should. But I really don't want to, but I should. I'll do it. It's fine. It's just 2 extra layers. It's not difficult. It's a simple process. Famous last words. I'm going to cut out these wings. And then I'm going to group the rest of the body. It'll make sense in After Effects. But you've got to just trust the process. Is this going to be used for a basic standing clip or something else? I mean, like, it's not just like a totally basic standing thing. It's like the camera's zooming out and there's going to be some cool effects in the background. And she's just going to kind of rotate and face towards the camera. From afar. It's going to be great, trust me. When you see this specific panel in the MMV, you'll be like, I was there. The way he took 10 minutes cutting out the lens was worth it. Embarrassing, but worth it. Hopefully you won't say the first part, but you'll say the second part. I feel it. In my bones. In my soul. Okay. And then we'll just quickly do this. Shabing, shaboom. Is it even... Oh, there we go. Nice. Combine. Hello, L Pool. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Are you going to have to do that every time any guys appear on screen? Yes. I will say that every time I've had to do this, it's normally been quite simple. But just for this particular instance, I'm not gonna lie, I was about to, like, cry. On stream. The only stream was going to be the stream of tears down my face. But luckily, we've avoided that that scenario. Oh, the wing goes all the way around here. Wow. Fancy. There we go. Exactly. Like, you'll be able to see... You'll be able to look back at the live streams and you'll be like, wow, I blinked and I missed that shot, but like when I went back, that was good. Okay, let me fix this. But again, I'm saying, it's the effort that goes into those like split-second panels that really make the MMV feel full. Maybe I'm coping. There's a good chance I'm coping, but it's fine. Because what is life without a little bit of cope? Right? Dude, I am working on like 2 brain cells. They are fighting to the death in my head right now. Ah! Wrong layer. There we go. Fixed it. We're good. We're good. We're sane. Hey Ninja, how long does it usually take to take you to finish an MMV? It ranges, Axe, from 3 to 12 weeks, typically. 3 weeks being like a really quick kind of turnaround. In some rare cases, it's been like 2 weeks for like some of the earlier MMVs. But yeah, typically like the shorter ones, like the Goodnight Pun Pun one, the recent one I made was like 3 weeks. At least in terms of like actively working on it, like in terms of that kind of timing. But yeah, some of them take months. Like the JJK ones often take months. Except the first one. The first one took 2 weeks. Good times. Back when I could just kind of churn them out. But yeah, the Culling game took 5 months. The Gojo vs Sukuna one took 3 months. This one's probably going to total at around 3 months as well, I reckon. Is that a wing? It is a wing. Nice. So yeah, it depends. You're funny as hell for that title and thumbnail. Thank you. I'm glad people find it funny. Attention detail is and always will be one of the things that makes great art. We even learn about examples in school. Exactly. I'm glad to hear it, Lucis. Lucis. I'm happy to hear it. Apologies if I butchered the pronunciation. See, normally I'm not great with name pronunciations, but especially at the moment in this current stream. Okay. It's a weird looking wing, but it doesn't matter, it's hidden behind a body. Second wing. Now I just need to get rid of the wings. Like ripping wings off of a bird in the wild. And then getting arrested for breaching animal safety rules or something. I don't know. I don't have enough energy to even say witty stuff. How do people stream for like 7+ hours, by the way? Is this the part of the stream I'm supposed to sit back and like react to something? Just like watch someone else's video and just eat food? Because I don't think my brain is like physically built to yap for beyond 3 hours. Like I start, like error messages start appearing, you know? It's just difficult. Alright. Ah, I keep pressing wrong keys. There we go. She's no longer a Cupid, she's just a PID. Hey Ninja, what's your favourite pseudo-legendary Pokemon? Hydreigon maybe? Let me check all the pseudo-legendaries real quick so I'm not forgetting one. Let me check. Yeah, probably Hydreigon, I reckon. Hydreigon, Dragapult's cool. I like Dragapult a lot. But I'll say Hydreigon. Because when I had a Hydreigon for the first time, when I played Pokemon Black and White, holy shit, I felt so powerful. The only problem with Hydreigon, like a lot of pseudo-legendaries, is you don't really get to use them in your like standard playthrough. Because by the time they've leveled up, you're in the post-game. It's like, okay, great. Stuck with this like shitty little second evolution for half the game. Exactly, we have to come back to the British man reacts to K-pop. This is what I'm talking about. It all comes back. By George, they're rapping. Alright. Freedom. Now I've just got to quickly stroke. So, that doesn't matter actually, because I've already got the class on a separate layer, yes? I do, yes. I should name that. Glasses. Yes, nice. Huge. Body. Eyes red. So I've got the eyes, I've got the lenses, I've got the glasses, the mouth closed, mouth open, to name them. Yes, okay. Red. You can't see it, but it's there. Hair, 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 hair. Body. Group all of these together. Ain't a curse. Wing, wing. Done. Because I've got both the mouths at the same time, it looks stupid. Let me close one of them. There we go. We'll do that one. Boom! It's done. Freedom. Ugh. Every time I see the bald characters, I can't help but a little chuckle. It is funny cutting characters' hair. Like when I was making the Gojo versus Sukuna one, it was the easiest way to animate Gojo's hair was to just cut out the entire block and do stuff with it. So I'd often have like bald Gojo on my screen. Same with Sukuna, to be honest. Have you seen the animations of Brazilian geek rap artists? I have, yeah, they're incredible. They do incredible work. All roads lead to British man reacting to stuff. Hell yeah. How do you work around the manga tones? Don't they give... yeah, so, sometimes they're a pain. Sometimes, like, for this one, I just got rid of the tone entirely to make it easier to animate. And then I can add the tone back when I'm animating in After Effects. You know, you can add halftone with a bunch of different effects. So it depends. Thank you for the applause, chat. Well, with that said, we've been streaming for how long? Too long? Some might say. 3 hours? Almost 3 hours. There you go. I was planning to stream for 2 hours today, but it's now past midnight. I think I'll call it there for today. We got some good work done. We cut out this. We cut out this. We cut out this. They're all done and ready to throw into After Effects, which is nice. I think. Are they? Yeah, I think they are. They better be. Maybe we should group the... I'll group the head up to the hair, actually. Yeah, I'll group these together. This will be easier in Photoshop as well. I mean, in After Effects. Head group. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now it's done. Perfect. Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. We had a small audience today, but that's a-okay. We still have a lot of people in chat. Thank you so much for chatting with me as we struggled through some of these panels. I really appreciate it. We'll be back again tomorrow. We'll be ranking through a tier list all of my MMVs. So if you have a strong opinion on any of the stuff I've made, be there. Or else your favorite video might end up in D tier. But yeah, that's all from me for today. Thanks so much. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night or day, whatever you are. And yeah, see you tomorrow maybe. If not, whenever. Peace out.